Tom, we almost started without you. I
Oh,
literally just told Cam.
no.
I said, well, Cam looks like the two of us. So we're just gonna roll into this thing.
Yeah.
So glad you could join us, Tom. We were just getting ready to talk about my epic pick of the week last week, where I picked Patrick Cantlay as one of my two picks.
Did you? That's
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
JT
dude,
and Cantlay.
freaking
I had to
comeback
go
kid
back.
here.
I was Sunday, so we're going to take some. We were doing some errands in town, and Cantlay was in the lead. I'm like, I think I fucking picked him. And I actually went back and listened to the podcast for like 10 minutes to make sure that I was right. And I said I picked him.
Yeah, so, it was clutch. That was a great
the first time I didn't make a fucking idiot pick all year. Paid off.
That's what happens when you make two of the top 10 picks. You know,
Yeah, those putts or those
Oh my-
points. will-
oh my god, like
the points that you got out of this,
21
John.
footer.
oh my god,
points you got out of picking the right guy, John. It'll probably bump you up from last place to
Still last place, but still
Yeah,
closer.
still. But this weekend of golf was pretty spectacular. Some people were bitching again that BMW's ruined, so many birdies.
Fuck those
It's
people.
like they say it every time, and yet what happens? It's usually the most entertaining tournament
but it's all relative though.
that people can talk
It's
about.
all relative.
I think if that, granted, the finish could have been, they could have been both at 30 under. They could have both been at even. But the fact that how it finished and what Cantlay did, on 18 and then throughout the playoff, it wouldn't have mattered. But I think I was following like on Instagram, and everyone was making comments about how literally anyone would make a birdie and people would go nuts. It's like that. I mean, when you're there, you don't want to see people.
You don't want to clap
struggling.
cars off. You want to go crazy for birdies.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. It's like when we're playing golf.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We
I'm
clap for
really
pars. We go
excited
crazy for
Well,
pars.
yeah, it's all relative, but you know what I mean. So yeah, no, I'm glad Bryson didn't win. He had some spectacular shots, but it is quite amazing.
So I missed the shot when so listen to this. So the playoff starts. He hits one into the creek.
I was on
So
like the fourth.
guess what
or fifth
happens
hole.
then? We turn on a fan in our house,
Mhm.
and their fucking electric goes out. So I lose Wi-Fi. I lose everything. So I go down. I reset the breaker because I live in a fucking decrepit old house. Come back upstairs, and it's like Hulu goes still loading, still loading. I look at PGA app, and they both par. I'm like, how the fuck did Bryson?
He got
it
up
looked
and
like
down.
He put it to 6 inches.
He
like-
got up and down. What was really cool is
Crazy.
they go to 17, so the fifth playoff hole. Bryson hits a wedge from, I think it was 189.
I saw that one. Yeah, I was watching. At that point.
And then because I had turned on, I was following on Instagram. I'm like, shit, it wasn't working on my TV, so I put it on my phone. And I come out late, and I'm thinking, oh, well, okay, they're still going. What the fuck? They're on 17, where I saw both of them royally fuck up in regulation.
I don't think I saw that one because my power went out a second time in the 5 holes of the playoff.
Yeah, Cantlay put it in the hazard, and Bryson flubbed a chip. So they both made bogey, but Cantlay made like
in the playoff.
No, in regulation.
Oh, in regulation. Okay,
and he made like a 10-footer for bogey, and then he birdied 18 to get into the playoff, and it was like from what you said, like 21 feet. And then so yeah, the 5th playoff hole, Bryson hits like a wedge from 189. He's like 8 feet,
and then Cantlay puts it like 2.5 feet away.
2.5 feet with an 8 iron.
It was crazy.
But I will give Bryson credit. He buried that putt, and he knew he had.
But he missed the putt like that he lost on like 3 times in the same side of the cup. Like the same side of the cup 3 times.
I will say so think of it, and it's a different situation. Bryson had to bury that putt. I think always, no matter what, like that, going first. I mean, it's a good thing Cantlay was 2.5 feet away. If he had the same,
like a 4-foot Boilermaker putt,
or even like an 8-foot putt from the other direction, we could have been showing a different champion. But Cantlay had pretty much that same putt, and I think it was 17 feet this time around.
You mean
pretty
the
much that
putt
same
he won
putt?
on?
Yes,
it was he got to see Bryson make that putt. That's what they were talking about.
Well, no, he had that putt.
Oh, they were saying Bryson had that putt.
And
No, so Cantlay.
no.
Oh, that was the one that Cantlay birdied on. Okay,
Yeah,
I gotcha.
on 18. Yeah. So he had an idea of where, and everyone kind of had a feeling. 14. He was like 14 point something strokes gained putting, the most ever on a like in a PGA Tour event since it's been calculated. Oh yeah, wow. Bryson was like negative. I don't know, 15 or some astronomical number. Strokes. No. Like approach to the green, strokes approach to the green, and he's 27 fucking under par.
Oh, he was negative, not like gain. Oh,
yes, wow. It's crazy.
Did you hear that? I saw that it came across Bleacher Report today that someone said to Brooks after he lost, like, or to Bryson after he lost, "Hey, good job, Brooksy." And he's like, "Fuck him, get him the fuck out of here." Like he was bitching to the fan, goes, "Good job, Brooksy," after he lost to Cantlay in the playoff, and he just came on.
It's hard. Blue. It's hard not like. It would
when you
be hard
do
for
shit
me
like
not
that,
to
like,
do that.
Like, come on, man.
Well, and then no one reprimands him for talking to a fan like that.
Yeah.
And yet
I can find that.
And yet JT loses sponsors because he calls himself a slur. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You hear that, media? Go fuck yourself.
The mainstream media. Yeah.
Facebook, go fuck yourself.
There goes
Instagram,
all of our sponsors.
Instagram.
All of our sponsors. We have
I
Facebook
hate you, but I'm addicted to you. Twitter. Couldn't give two shits.
So that was the most golf I've watched all year, other than the Masters, I think.
That was a good one. I have a feeling if right now the Tour Championship has got to put on a fucking show to beat that. Like a really good show. But
I would rather see, so we can go back to the debate of, we talked about this, Tom, I think before you came on, that people were bitching that it was 25 under.
I did see that. I saw that on Facebook that people were complaining. Actually, the Golf Fashion Advisor posted something on Instagram about it, that he didn't like people going after the course and like seeing the low scores like that. And you know what? I mean, if that's what's going to get people interested in the sport and watching golf, then fuck it. Who cares?
I'd rather see 2,500 than 300.
Right. I mean, it's more fun to watch guys hitting these crazy shots, getting close, making big putts. Like, I don't want to see some asshole out on the course just getting his shit pushed in. Because if that was the case, I would just go out there and play myself.
I think it really depends on not only the tournament, but
the course.
Not necessarily the course, because like the tournament.
Are you gonna like pound our face in at Sweetens, like with pin placements and?
No, I want people to make eagles. I mean, and it will be set up that people should make eagles, but not every single one is going to be easy. Like I have to throw some stuff in there, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
But like, they were talking about how US Opens and PGA championships are just set insanely hard and all this stuff. I think in those scenarios, you have to play. I mean, no matter what, if you're playing the best golf and doing what you need to do with the course setup, you're going to win. I don't care if it's at 4 under or 4 over or 24 under. You're gonna win if you're playing the best golf.
Yeah.
And doing what you need to do with that setup. But for a US Open, people want to see the guys struggle on a hard course. I mean, that's what it's just going to happen.
That's always been that way, like forever.
And it should be. It's a major championship.
Yeah.
Like that is what is needed to win. Going into the playoffs, really it's okay, you spend all year to get yourself enough points so that you either don't have to work as hard to get to the Tour Championship or whatever, but it's also like, hey, I need to be on a good streak to do well. And that's usually what happens. I'm pretty sure, and we might have to look back at this, but just about every playoffs, the FedEx Cup champion has won one of the tournaments.
Really? So you're saying like
I would
Patrick
like
Cantlay
to
has
think
a higher chance to win because he won a playoff in the FedEx Cup champion or in the playoffs.
So think about it. You win one of those weeks, you're already jumping up a ton of spots.
Yeah.
I mean, and check.
Well, I mean, number one, it ranked this week. Number one's Patrick Cantlay. Number two's Tony Finau.
Look back. Yeah, look back on last year. Did DJ win one of the tournaments?
I think he did.
The Wyndham, maybe. I don't know. I would have to look, but there's a very good chance that, and there might be some outliers, but there's a very good chance that the person that won the FedEx Cup won either the Tour Championship, the BMW, the Wyndham, or however many when they had, I think, 3 or 4 of the tournaments leading into there. So you gotta be playing well, but it's
So I saw something funny on Instagram today. Speaking of Tour Championship, Stuart Sink is number 23 in the rankings right now. And ESPN caddy showed up and parked with his BMW. He's like, "Hey, Stuart, I know it's your truck. It's a Ford F-150 Raptor parked in a BMW parking spot." He's like, "If you're not using your Beamer, can you loan it to me for the weekend? Because I know this is your truck." Like, Stuart Sink drove his personal vehicle to the course because he's like, "I don't need your BMW you give me for the weekend. I'm gonna drive my own fucking personal truck." It's a white Raptor.
Oh, it's white.
It's a white Raptor, of course. Just side note, I'm terrible at telling stories. So,
well, then you found $5.
Yep,
I lost the rubber band I had in my hand. So, but
all right, it looks like the top 30 are set for this week. Do we want to make picks and then assign picks?
It's the same people. It's the same people.
Same from last week.
That's what we did last time.
Oh, we're doing the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dean, who'd you guys have? Do you remember?
Not a fucking clue.
I think I had Xander and Rom.
So
I
Rom
think I had Morikawa at JT.
So
I don't
Rom's
know.
4th. Xander is 17th. JT's 6th. And you had who, Tom? You said
Morikawa.
11. I should have picked Cantlay and Tony Finau. Could have been 1-2 right now.
Well, it's not about that. It's about the cumulative score.
True. So, well, Tony Finau still did decent though to still be in second place.
Yeah, but
he was still top 15.
Either way, we've all been promoted, and Dean and Austin get last. So
we've got quorum right now. We can vote them off. Quote: we have a quorum. 3 out of 5.
Do I have a second?
Aye. All in favor. So the more important sporting event of the weekend.
Oh, the 2 greatest laps in all of F1. Thanks, Spa. I found the rubber band.
So, Tom, I want to hear your side of how your Sunday went, because I was so excited for you.
Fucking struggle bus.
So tell us your Sunday morning.
Fuck my Sunday morning. Saturday night from midnight on, we ran every hour on the hour after midnight.
Yikes!
I didn't string together a full hour's sleep the entire night.
So
then I wake up and I'm already a fucking zombie. Slam a whole bunch of coffee. We head to the bar. We find a bar, the Reveler,
that plays F1, right?
Yeah, they open like a half hour before the race. Fucking awesome. We get seats outside, plant it. Race is delayed. We're like, fine, fuck it, dude. They were for one, did not think it was going to be as crowded as it was. You couldn't find a spot inside at the bar. It was fucking packed.
That's awesome.
With COVID, I mean, obviously everything is like half the bar was closed and
fuck COVID.
But there was also like the party room, right? So I don't even know if that should have been open anyways. But yeah, fucking packed. Everything outside. Fucking there's people in every seat. It was awesome. Dude, there was a guy. He didn't even fucking work there. We're buying fucking. It was he did a raffle. I'm pissed about this.
Yeah, you should have listened to this though.
Wait, what?
I wish you'd have been the check.
So this dude, he was doing like a raffle, and it was $10 to buy in, and you just reach your hand into this dude's sack, crazy, right from the get go.
His ball sack.
And there's a bunch of little toy F1 cars in there, right? And so like you pull out a little toy F1 car, and he's like, all right, there's a name on the bottom of the car. The only thing we ask is that you don't check the name until the end of the race. And I was like, you got it, man. The second he walks away, I have Verstappen.
Oh, yes.
It's $100 if I win. $100.
Yes.
So we ended up leaving early. He buys the car back from us. Well, here's the thing. The majority of the people at this point now, once
they're leaving,
everyone's left. So
it's like 4 hours. Like
so the guy walked away with
demand.
$200.
No. He bought everyone's cars back.
So
we got our cat. Yeah, I mean, it was.
You should have given him your Venmo info and be like, "Yo, if I fucking win, like Venmo me, homie."
No, I mean,
we should do that at bat.
Cool.
I'm probably gonna go again Sunday morning's race.
I'm probably gonna go again this Sunday.
That's actually a great idea.
Because quality will be during the round on Saturday.
So qualifying was enough. I mean, that was fantastic.
Dude, I don't want to talk. This whole fucking weekend for me was fucking brutal. I have fucking Lando for quickest qual time.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
$25. I would have won $500. Then the fucking Jagoff.
I was thinking of you when I watched it.
And fucking put it into a wall.
Listen. So I was watching it and they shoot to the helicopter. And
and you can
before he says something, I'm like, okay, that didn't look right, but also he's not out yet, and that's way too long. What just fucking?
But then the commentators
spin like a fucking top. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me! Literally right before or right after he says something, and right after Seb says something, I'm thinking, all right, Mike, you're fired. Seb, you're hired.
Yeah. So,
dude, the whole that it was.
Do you know that's the same car they prepped though for the next day, because that car was not trashed. They still fixed that car. That chassis was still fine.
The only reason he got the grid penalty is because the
gearbox changed.
Yeah. It's so the last month I've come to appreciate Seb more and more, because he's like everybody's like uncle or dad at the track. Like the video that I sent you guys today. Did you see that video of him playing soccer in the pits with Mick?
Yeah.
It's crazy,
dude. I mean,
it's so weird, like seeing like him and Mick's dad play. It just to me, that pulls at the heartstrings.
So I love how there were the people that bitched, and then we love to give Lewis Hamilton shit because he's a pussy. But I mean, he's right. They put out 2 laps so that first they fucked up because they
should have kept running.
They did a lap and they didn't run the fucking time, and they said the race hadn't started.
Yeah, that was all fucked up.
I do love how they got Checo back in. I mean,
I love how
fucking matters.
Mazepin got the fucking
how they got that car going.
Like, are you kidding me?
Mazepin with the fastest lap of the day.
That is fantastic.
Gunther's probably like, are we wankers or are we rock stars? He's like, we're rock stars today, bitches. We got the fastest lap.
I mean, we finished the race, didn't damage either car, and got fastest lap. But no, I mean, it was just to give. And honestly, if it had been the opposite situation and it had been Hamilton, he wouldn't have said shit. He would not have said shit. He's a fucking twat. And everyone wanted to
respect him, but I don't like him.
Everyone wanted to see. Well, yeah, I mean, you respect him because he's probably one of the greatest drivers to ever live. But everyone wanted to see Verstappen and most of all George Russell get a podium.
There's no way George Russell's going to finish in the top 3. There's not a chance in fucking hell if they run 10 laps.
Doesn't matter.
There's no chance in hell.
I don't know, man.
Doesn't matter.
He qualified second. He was quick in that fucking condition.
He did, and they also
did you see that Williams is the only team to have?
Dude, the best was their fucking their team principal was like, they were asking him, they're like, how are you guys so good in the wet? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, perfect. That is the best answer you possibly could give.
Oh, other fun fact.
Completely embodies Williams. We have no fucking
Williams
clue
is the only team with the top 10 cars in the last
fucking
2 weeks.
Dick.
I tried to say it 30 seconds ago. I literally tried to say it and Tom cut me off before you said it.
All right.
Yeah, Williams is the only team in the last 2 races that have 2 top 10 cars. Who in your fucking right? Imagine that bet.
Everyone loves it. Like, everyone loves a comeback.
Guess what?
Could you imagine a parlay?
How much money you give me, Cam, if I make that bet that Williams is the only team in the next 2 weeks to get 2 top 10 finishes?
Like 10,000.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a parlay.
Because you're like,
no, of course not.
Of course not.
Did you see? I want to say I saw it on Instagram, but I don't remember who the person was that gave the information. But apparently, Raikkonen is going to announce his retirement.
Damn.
Which will then have Valtteri going to Alpha and Georgie Boy getting bumped up to Merc.
So they said Kimmy's going to retire for sure.
Everyone.
I was listening to the WTF1 podcast. It's actually pretty good. That they said Valtteri's going to
stay another year.
They said no. They said Kimmy's going to retire. I fucked that all up. They said Kimmy's going to retire.
Yeah,
for sure this year. And it's going to open an Alfa Romeo spot. But I've also heard Mick Schumacher going to Alfa Romeo because he's a Ferrari reserve driver, and Ferrari reserve drivers have a contract with Sauber Alfa Romeo because Leclerc was at Romeo before he got promoted to Ferrari. So Alfa Romeo is like the AlphaTauri of Red Bull for Ferrari. It's like Ferrari reserve drivers go to Alfa Romeo before Ferrari.
That could happen. Who's the other Alfa driver?
Giovinazzi.
Yeah.
Oh, he's expendable. That fuck is gone. So I could see him either taking either spot. Giovinazzi's garbage.
He's not bad, but he's not great. He's kind of like Latifi. He's not great, but he's not bad.
I'd rather have Latifi than Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi looks like a scumbag.
Have you seen like his look at my he's like this?
They actually both look similar.
When he goes pre-race. Have you seen that?
I don't like it.
You've seen it, right, Tom? When Giovinazzi's like this?
Yeah.
With his hands in the pre-race. Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking vampire.
I like the guys that I don't like more than him because they at least have some sort of personality.
I used to hate Vettel from the first season of Drive to Survive. Yeah, I didn't like him, but
I was like that with Checo. I didn't like him, and then I realized I like him a lot more.
Checo's not bad.
Checo's a scrappy motherfucker.
Half the field you like and half the field you hate, no matter what team they're on.
Yeah,
I think Checo is now. He's just realized that he's playing the assistant role, whether he likes it or not. He's staying
another year. Would you be okay with that? You're doing that, and you have a win. I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be chilling.
Especially I'd be chilling with a fucking a world championship if they win the constructors.
Right. I mean, you're not going to go anywhere else to be in a better position than you are. I mean, the only way he'd be in a better position is if he got put on Mercedes, and that's just clearly not going to happen. So you just ride it out on the team tied for number one.
Let's
should we do a love hate?
Let's give a big grid. Well, let's give a big shout to Danny Rick with his fourth.
That's my guy.
I mean, coming back like Grand Prix.
I thought for sure he was fucking. So Cam, I was texting Tom live in quali on Saturday because you watched it Sunday morning, right? Quali.
I fell asleep Saturday. I started it Saturday night and I fell asleep.
So I was texting Tom and on Twitter at the same time. Daniel Rick, he barely made it out of Q3, barely made it out of Q2, and then he goes fourth in Q1. But like,
no, you mean opposite there?
Yeah, Q1
barely gets out of Q1.
Yeah. So on Twitter was like nothing like an early death with a Danny Rick qualifying session. Like all the Danny Rick fans, like gonna have a heart attack.
Here we go again.
Kill me. The next session is gonna kill me because he barely made it out all three.
He's never consistent with qualifying anymore.
Well, this year, no. With so we actually last year he finished fourth in the points.
Yeah, that's not last year though.
It's a different
last year.
No, he was with Renault last year, and he was like fourth or fifth in the standings total throughout the year. Like,
God, has he only been with McLaren half a season?
This is the only season with McLaren. This is his first season.
I feel like it's his second.
He was with 2 years with Renault, and this is his first with McLaren.
I was watching a video on YouTube about his struggles with McLaren, and a lot of it comes down to literally the car. He just can't.
It's braking's all different.
It's the braking. He likes to brake late. Different. He likes to brake early and carry momentum into the turn
to
and
roll
then accelerate out. Where the car is set up for you to fly into the turn, slam on the brakes, and
get the fuck out of there. Yeah, so he
if I was Daniel Ricciardo, I'd say change the goddamn car.
Well, next year, guess what? They go to a brand new fucking car.
I know that's
all
dude, next season.
Next year is going to be
awesome.
Well, he doesn't help himself when he's changing teams like he's been doing. So
yeah. So I think hindsight, and they highlighted. I watched the episode of Drive Survive again. Like he should have stayed at fucking Red Bull.
Everyone should have told him that.
Yeah, but he wanted to make his own thing, and
which is
the
fine.
thing is, though,
but his whole thing with leaving Red Bull because of the Renault motor, and then you fucking go to Renault, like it's blowing motors. You're fucked. What are you doing, guy?
Yeah, so I think he'll have a great year next year.
I think it's going to be
next year's going to be like
fucking awesome.
We should just put like dice in a jar and shake it up because that's what next season's going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's just I have a feeling the younger guys will adapt to the new cars faster, obviously. Just because
I still think you're gonna have Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo like come out here like guns blazing.
I mean,
because
without a doubt,
it's like you have a level playing field. Nobody's driven this car before.
Right.
Like, testing is gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah,
we're watching F1 in February when it's fucking 3 feet of snow on the ground. They're in Bahrain. Fuck it, let's just go to Bahrain. Who's gonna play the lottery? Tom, start playing the lottery.
I actually get a private jet. I got Mega Million tickets for tonight.
Perfect. If you win, you're gonna take us to.
I really don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Well, that's a start.
All right, so let's run through the grid for stopping. Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yes. What do you mean, yay or nay?
Like or hate, love or hate.
Oh,
run
yay.
through quick. Yay.
Yeah.
Russell. Yay.
Yay.
Hamilton.
No.
Nay. Tom hasn't said anything yet.
Nay.
Ricardo. Yay for me.
Absolutely.
Vettel.
Yay.
Yep.
Gasly.
No. Yeah.
I'm a yes for Gasly. He's a scrapper.
He's a scrappy driver. I like him as a driver. I hate him as a person.
Okay, I can get that.
I just don't like.
He just wanted some sausages.
And he's just he's just a French prick.
Leclerc. No.
Yay.
No. No. Well, I can't stand his. He's got the most punchable face to me on the grid.
No, fuck no.
That's Gasly.
No, that's Russell. For sure.
Russell looks like a girl.
Russell, dude, when
Russell gets bullied, dude.
When you
Russell
think
looks
of
like a
kid
chick that went to a dude
that was raised, born and raised.
Wait, did you see that on Instagram?
What?
Someone changed all of the guys and made them look like girls. Did you not see that?
Russell, they probably just put fucking longer hair on
them. They did. No, they did that with all of them.
I didn't see that. No,
they did that, and they did the fat ones. Did you see?
No, I saw the fat ones. That was F1 Troll.
So they did it. I don't know if it was F1 Troll, but I was looking at the search and I came across them. Like, oh, this is kind of funny. Like
all those girls.
Yes. Try to search for it. I don't know how I'm gonna find it, but you might be able to find it just searching F1 drivers as girls, and you might be able to pop up on Google or something. But
all right, Tim, look for that. I'm gonna
all right.
Keep Latifi.
Nay.
Different.
I'm indifferent on him.
Wait, do we get that choice?
No, we don't. Yes or no?
Okay.
I'm going to say yes because I listened to the podcast about his.
We can't say yes to everyone besides Hamilton.
I'm going to say no to Latifi then.
Thank you.
Signs?
Yes.
Yes.
He's a golfer.
That motherfucker appreciates every minute he's behind a wheel.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And his dad's a pretty badass rally driver.
Yeah.
Alonso? Yes.
Yes.
Bottas?
Yes.
No.
Boathouse. Boathouse.
Mercedes.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going with
yes.
I'm going with yes. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit.
Giovinazzi?
Don't fuck him.
Yeah.
No.
Lando?
Yes.
I'm gonna go no. I can't stand Lando.
You're out of your.
You bought a hat for him.
No, I bought a hat for Danny Rick.
Man.
So here's my thing. I was indifferent on Lando. Hear me out. Just hear me out. I was indifferent on Lando until I watched. They had a video on their Instagram, their YouTube channel, about where they're just like they're interacting between Danny Rick and Lando on like it was like who's better at this or that. And Lando was just like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here right now. Like he was very standoffish, indifferent. Like just I don't want to fucking be here. And that is just that's just annoying.
You don't know what could have been going on.
I don't care, but that's why I give him a no. So
okay.
Yuki Tsunoda.
Yes.
No.
Dude. He's
a fucking firecracker.
Awesome. Yes. You never know what he's gonna say.
He will be either 5th or 19th every race.
And it's gonna be so broken and hilarious. It's great. I love that little bastard. But his time in F1 is limited. Yeah.
He won't be here by
July. Can't finish.
Yeah.
But I want to see him do something.
You won't know. Schumacher. Yes, for me. Just for his interactions with Vettel and like I'm gonna go yes because of that.
For how he was being difficult. At Hungary with Verstappen, he wouldn't let him pass for like 11th spot or something. I thought that was pretty.
I don't remember that.
Pretty ballsy. It was the same race that Alonso held up Hamilton.
Was the last race before the break?
Was it Hungary? Yeah, it was Hungary. Yeah,
took out half the field.
Yeah, so I'll go. Yeah, on Schumacher.
I think just his heritage alone, you have to assume he's going to be a great driver. He just needs to get into a car that's not fucking.
I mean, you put him in an Alfa Romeo next year, he's going to run.
I think that'd be
10th,
pretty. I think that'd
11th.
be pretty good. Yeah, give him a.
But the thing is, though, next year we reset the field. Alfa Romeo could be the fucking top 5 car next year. You don't know. Like, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Let's not be fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, you have to assume the top teams are going to be the top.
Okay, so Mercedes and Red Bull and Ferrari and McLaren are going to be the top 4 teams, but you don't know who's going to be the top of those teams in the top 4. In the midfield, you don't. I mean, Aston Martin could still be in the top 3. You don't know.
Not when anyway. Daddy and son.
We'll say that for January's podcast.
No, dude, they were fucking cleared.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
I didn't.
Who was cleared?
Yeah, Wolf and Stroll were both cleared. And they figured that, you know what, they were so innocent they didn't even need to investigate it. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was pending 0 investigation. Yeah, you guys are good.
That's fantastic.
It's got to be.
They definitely
when
call
Stroll's dad goes, "Hey, I got billions."
They talk to Phil and say, "Hey, how'd you get out of this?"
Madspin.
No, he's trash.
Nah,
I can't wait to see what he says on fucking Drive to Survive, because I feel like he's here to say something fucking stupid and they're gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Raikkonen. Yes.
Oh hell yeah.
Yes, Kimmy for sure.
Talk about a guy that doesn't give a fuck.
He's there just for the money at this point.
And he's just a legend.
Give a fuck. Checo.
Yeah.
Yes. And last but not least, who have we not named yet? See if you can figure it out.
I don't know. I'm trying to look at the grid in my head.
Don't look at the grid.
In my head.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No.
Who have you forgotten? Who have we forgotten?
Oh, Stroll.
Yes.
Yeah. Boo.
I'm a boo on him.
No.
I'm not a boo on him.
You're not?
No.
He's got daddy's money.
He's got daddy's money.
He's a good driver.
But he is a good driver.
He's a good driver. I just think he's a fucking cuck.
He's a little bitch.
Yeah, he's a douchebag.
So the funny thing
they
is,
all
if you go
are.
on Wikipedia,
You look at
if you go to Wikipedia
Daddy bought the
and
spot.
go to 2022 F1 grid, like it lists the names of the guys that have contracts, and Stroll says ongoing, like until Dad says no. That's what it says. Oh, I should get on there and change it right now.
That I mean, you can say though, since his dad has gotten into F1, every team he's touched has been successful.
Right.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, look at Racing Point. Fantastic. Yeah. And then I mean, he's done some good stuff with Aston Martin. I mean, regardless of who he is as a person, I don't fucking know. But I mean, he's done some good things. And you know, the whole having a son in there, his son. Was it when he bought Racing Point that his son got in, or was his son already in? Like, I feel like he was.
His son
was racing for Williams.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Williams.
That's what I
Williams.
thought. Okay.
Yep.
And he wasn't like a main owner at that point. I don't feel like, but he was
with
involved.
Williams.
Yeah.
No, the whole reason he was even on Williams is because he was a big investor for Williams.
Yeah.
But
he still went up. He still went up like F3 and F2 though. I'm
right, and that's why I mean that's the difference between him and Mazepin is that I mean Daddy bought both of their spots, but Stroll is actually a good driver.
And Latifi's dad actually is fucking loaded beyond the gills too. So
dude,
Latifi's
you have to have money to be in that sport.
Yes. Yeah.
If your family doesn't have money, you have some big ass sponsor like Checo.
So his dad owns
the cartel
food processing company. Sofina Foods. I've heard of Sofina Foods before.
What kind of food is it? Dog
it's
food?
Like a food service. No, it's just like it's food distribution company.
Oh, okay.
They are worth 350. No, through the investment company Nidala Limited, which is controlled by Latifi, invested 200 million pounds, so around 350 million dollars in McLaren. Wow, really? That's interesting.
Pretty light.
No, that's different. I didn't see that. So Latifi's trying to buy a spot at McLaren. Interesting.
Yeah, that won't happen.
Old wiki.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get rid of either of them. I mean, they're clearly not going to get rid of Lando. They've already invested so much money in that.
Well, I mean,
and he's giving results, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
you look at Danny Rick.
Nothing's going to change for 2 years until you see a year of next year's new car.
Well, what is going to happen to Ricardo is the same thing that was happening at Red Bull.
He becomes the number one or becomes the number two.
He's going to be the old guy, and Lando's the new kid that is going to be doing better, which he already is. And then he's going to be like, oh, well, do I need to make a change? And then he'll be doing 1-year contracts until he's unfortunately dropped. Unless something happens. Me, though, I don't know.
That Buxton, the F1 commentator, puts him at Merck in 2025.
Yeah, that was weird.
So the only thing I can think of why that choice happens is that we have a new car next year and he adapts to the new car and can deal with it.
And then Hamilton just stops driving.
Hamilton's done after next year, regardless.
Yeah, Hamilton's
done. He's got one more year and he's done. He's retiring. He's not going to drive more than one more year. And so then you'll have an opening next to George Russell.
That will be.
They're going to want an old guy with him. And at that point in time, Vettel's gone.
Get Alonso.
Off the grid. Alonso's gone. Kimmy's gone.
Get the oldest fucker. No,
but Danny Rick's the last oldest one on the grid to put with Russell. That's a good driver.
Unless you get Seb.
Seb's going to be gone in 2 years.
Dude, I hope not. In 2 years, we're going to lose all the best drivers.
That's true. I mean, I
guess this is what people have to go through.
Yeah, you go through withdrawal.
Shit.
I mean, I think I went through that with. I was a big Dale Jr. fan, like through high school and college. He was never a great driver. I don't pick good people. I'm a Michigan fan living in Ohio. I am a Browns fan. I'm an Indians fan. I was a Dale Jr. fan. I've never picked a winner in my life, so hopefully at some point I pick.
But Dale Jr. didn't have to be successful. That's the thing. Though. Yeah, well, he won. He won Daytona once, right? Oh, didn't he win Daytona with his dad's number on like some anniversary or something? I feel like he did. Yep,
he won Daytona, but not with dad's. Nobody ever drove 3. He always was number 8.
He did something. He did something.
He drove a black car at one point, but he didn't win anything with it.
I'll have to look at something. He won on like some commemorative thing for his dad. I feel like
he might have so long ago, but I remember when Dale Sr. died.
Yeah,
I remember the day watching the Daytona 500 when he died. So kind of crazy. You know, that's why I probably said it before. That's why Danny Rick's number 3, right?
Because he's a big NASCAR fan.
He's a huge Dale Sr. fan.
Yeah.
So imagine him going to Merck with a black number 3 F1 car. Talk about pulling the hillbillies over to F1 right there. That'll do it there, boys.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
It was 6 years later. So Dale Earnhardt won the 1998 Daytona 500.
Okay.
He celebrated in the grass. 6 years later, to the day, Junior did it on his 2004 one.
That's what it was. Interesting. Well, what else do we got? What's the next race?
So the next race is Vandervaart. So they actually could have drove to the track.
That's what they're saying.
The track was closer than the entire length of distance of the race.
Yeah.
It's actually got a high banked corner. I drove it on F1 2021 about 3 weeks ago, last time I played. And the track is interesting. It's like the sand valley of F1 tracks. There's sand fucking everywhere on this track. If you look at the satellite view, there's a golf course right next to it with sand all over it.
It's cool.
And it's literally on the ocean. You could hit a golf ball from the top of one of the turns to the ocean. It's right on the edge. Looks like a cool track. Got some twisty turns, but should be fun.
Who won last year?
They haven't been there for like 5 or 10 years, so it's a brand new.
Well, that'll be cool.
Circuit.
Does it run fast? Do you know any of that? I just haven't looked at it.
Zandvoort. Zandvoort. How you say it? Zandvoort.
I just don't say it.
Track speed. Let's see. So, track profile on F1 Planet is 72 laps. The lap record's 116, so it's a little longer than what the Red Bull Ring was.
Yeah.
4.2 kilometers. Let's see here. So it's gonna be all orange because that's where fucking Max is from. Like it's 10 miles
dude,
from
it's gonna be
Amsterdam.
Fucking
it's gonna be a sea of orange, and I cannot wait for the McLaren post to be like, "Thanks for all the support from all the papaya orange fans." So turn 1 is Tarzan Corner.
I need to just find a picture of this.
Zandvoort.
Drop it in the Discord.
So it's pretty cool. They show the Dutch Grand Prix schedule on here. So let's see. From train, it's 30 minutes from Amsterdam Central Station.
Yeah, it's not far.
How many DRS zones?
I think 2. Let me go to the map here. Looks like there's 2. There's a long back, like the straight where the start finish is on is definitely a DRS zone. And then it's 1, 2, 3, like, and halfway through the turns, there's another one.
Cool.
Throw this up there for you. It's pretty cool, like where it's at.
Yeah.
There's some elevation change with it.
Put it in the thingy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's not like there's the turns aren't fucking crazy. It's gonna be a stupid fast race.
Good. Yeah. And then we have Monza, and then
Monza, the Temple of Speed. I would hope you would know that by now from all the Drive to Survive. And then, so Tom, have you driven Monza on the game yet?
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, I thought it was one of the easy ones. There's only like 2 hairpin turns. And that's it.
The whole fucking game is hard.
That's why you gave up on it, huh?
Oh, you already gave up?
No, I just haven't been racing. I mean, there hasn't been like me watching racing, so it's just like it's hard to get into it.
I'm gonna get back into it this week. So they do weekly challenges in the game where you actually race the circuit they're racing at that weekend. And they like place you on the leaderboard. So I think me, Tom, and Austin should see who's the highest across the nation.
Guess what?
Or the world, and see who places the highest before next week. Agreed, Tom?
We have sure. I'm gonna beat
like
you.
I was 15,000th place last time I did this in Hungary.
Yeah, it's brutal. It really shows you how fucking bad you are.
Yeah, you're like, there's 15,000 people better you around this track than you right
Thursday, we have a high of 63, Friday, a high of 67, Saturday, a high of 70, and Sunday, a high of 72.
Does it make you appreciate like how fucking warm it is in the US right now when it's fucking 56 and raining in Belgium?
I have
like that was
I have
crazy.
family that lives in Amsterdam. I know what the weather's like.
You do?
Guess what?
Are they going to the race?
No.
Tell them to go and get you something.
I already told them. So I was like talking about it, and they're like, "You watch F1?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "That's all anyone talks about over here."
So when's the
Sunday has a 40% chance of precipitation.
Oh God.
Oh no.
It's the Netherlands. It's the Netherlands. If it's not raining, it's going to rain. And if it's not raining, it had just rained.
Well, thank God it's not going to rain the weekend we're in Sweden because it's fucking Russia. It never rains there. I'm looking forward to the 7 a.m. race start.
We'll see.
Cam's not going to be up.
There's a good chance that I'll be awake, but
are you going to watch race this weekend or not?
This weekend, yeah.
Live, so we're not me and Tom aren't on like embargo for chat.
Believe me, like I would rather watch
me and Tom we're embargoed from chatting right now, so we have to talk to each other.
So I mean, yeah, the whole
I saw you woodworking this weekend. Don't lie, you were woodworking.
Oh, I wasn't doing shit. That was all her. I'm literally a body to help her move shit. She's
coming along pretty nice. Looks that backsplash is like legit, like fucking awesome.
It looks really good. Yeah, she made all the cabinets. She's making like fucking everything.
Honestly, like I could never make cabinets. I'd rather go fucking buy them instead of make them. That's crazy. She's making them.
I'd buy a bus already outfitted.
She's not going to listen this far into the podcast, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, is it going to be ready by Sweetens?
That's the $1 million question. She's getting closer.
Depends on if Cam shows up the next 2 weekends to help finish it.
It'll be livable. Well, I mean, I'm going down to Sweetens because it's Labor Day weekend. So,
are you?
Yeah. What else am I gonna do?
I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we thought about going somewhere, but all the time has to be her finishing the bus, so I don't want to take away from that.
Thing is, like, I understand projects and sometimes you got to step away. because they wear you down so much.
Yeah, and it's just figuring, all right, without fully stepping away, what can she do that'll like help recharge? So she's been working hard. So it's getting there. Hopefully in the next.
So I think she bought the bus around the same time I started the race truck last fall, right?
I don't know.
I think so. And I totally understand the whole stepping away from fucking, it's sometimes you got it. Like you're so burnt out. You're like, I'm done for 2 weeks and I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
So I get it. All right. You want to make some picks for the hot spits and loud noises?
You mean the Slewbanger?
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it this year.
All right. So giving Donda some love. I'm going to do Jesus Lord Part 2.
I haven't listened to it yet.
So I listened to it all the way through, and there's nothing that really stood out like some of his older stuff.
Yeah.
But I know that I'll have to listen to it a few more times. There's a lot of fucking songs on there. But I think there's 5, 6 that are really good. Just got to continue to listen to them.
Tim?
I'm going with Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
I feel like you've done that
rules
before
on this, because we did in the last playlist, but not this one. What's the ruling on that? Can we carry over? Because I named that last playlist.
No.
Then it's gone. Then it's gone forever.
It's gone forever.
It's gone forever. If it dies,
do we give you another pick, Austin, or not?
Oh yeah, we'll give Tom another pick.
Okay.
only those named.
So I'm going to go with my pick is Paper Planes by MIA.
Old school. Did she die? Is she still alive?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Making a Fire.
She's MIA.
Making a Fire, Foo Fighters.
Making a Fire.
Doubt, go with the Foo.
All right, Dean, take us out.
Oh, hang on, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for all of us.
Like, subscribe. Poke me in the belly.
We're out of here. Toodaloo.
See ya.